TikTok is a platform that's filled with a lot of stuff, from simple dance videos and family content to DIY and self-help content. But it also has a quite dark underbelly that is unlike the family positive and good vibe content that most average users might be used to. This other side is filled with very dramatic and real-life content. Sometimes it's staged, other times it's just pure unfiltered drama in the lives of real people directly broadcasted to any viewer that does as much as look in that direction. In all of that drama lies a big influencer with over 2 million followers on her account. She's trademarked by her ridiculously long and curved nails, body size, and her triple Z breasts as labeled by her audience.
And I look crazy. Let me show you how I look.
Little bitch ain't trying to let us fuck, just let us hump. If you ain't trying to let us hump,
She also has a knack for drama and is living what seems like a dream life with her loyal husband in the state of North Carolina, USA. Now imagine her throwing all of that away for a sleazy fling with her husband's cousin, flaunting their adulterous crime online for all to see, and eventually getting slapped with a $1 million lawsuit that could potentially land her in jail. Wild, right? It almost sounds fake and made up, but this really happened, and this is the wild, messy world of Brenay Kennard and Tim Monu, the TikTok duo whose dire thirst for clout turned their lives into a viral disaster, with all the chaos broadcasted to all that cared enough to watch. Now, this isn't just another semi-influencer scandal. It's a full-blown saga filled with betrayals, lawsuits, and public meltdowns that's got the internet hooked and equally horrified. Brenay Kennard was once TikTok's plus-size darling, popping off with cool dance videos and couples content alongside her husband, Devin Mayo.
now look at this.
But behind the filters and hashtags, trouble was brewing in their paradise. See, Brenay didn't just cheat on Devin, no. She did so with Tim Monu, a guy who was his high school best friend, and they've been so close for so long that they started calling themselves cousins, even though there's no proof of any actual blood relationship between them.
Yeah, that's right.
Trying to get an Uber right now? You ain't bring your...
And this cheating scandal happened in the home of Tim's wife, Akira Montague, while Akira's kids slept upstairs. And instead of keeping it low-key, Brenay posted it all on TikTok. From their flirty brunch clips to multiple videos of them being overly comfortable with each other, even when both their partners were right there with them.
Cheers.
Good.
Get out of my video. It's trying.
He's straight though.
Tim, eat it. Keep so dramatic. And you got some in your beer. Is it good?
Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
That audacity and boldness cost her big when Akira hit back with a $1 million alienation of affection lawsuit, a rare North Carolina legal move that's got Brenay facing bankruptcy and jail time for dodging court orders. But the tea doesn't stop there. Tim, who is Akira's partner, acted like a wannabe star riding Brenay's coattails. He didn't just betray his wife and kids, he also allegedly got cozy with Brenay's twin sister Karen, and maybe even other relatives, earning him the nickname Family Man Tim online. When Brenay found Tim texting Akira, plotting to ditch her after the lawsuit, she spilled her regrets on Snapchat, begging for Devin to take her back. Spoiler, he didn't. The chaos hit fever pitch in a TikTok live where Brenay, Tim, and Devin faced off, serving more drama than an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They were all throwing shade and lies while fans watched in shock.
Acting all sad, bruh. That attention-seeking BS. And you know what's up, bruh. You know what's up. That's why you ain't got nothing to say. You quiet. But if you make a video, you gonna be all funny, talking about Chipotle. Oh, they look like they...
Excuses, Tim's taunts, and Devin's clapbacks all went viral. But it was Brenay's free fall from grace that stole the show. From faking mental health struggles to launching a cringy couples page with Tim, she's now become a laughingstock, with fans turning on her faster than you can say unfollow.
Which back bitch, it's a push your ass out. Got a nickel missile, get him ass out. Wanna dig you? Then things been lie about it, drinking just to leave me exposed. I'm the fly about and get you where good.
Why does this matter? Well, it matters because Brenay and Tim didn't just mess up their lives, they dragged their families through the mud for likes and views. Devin's heartbreak, Akira's fight for her kids, and even Brenay's kids all got caught in her content grind at some point and are collateral damage in their clout chase. This is all a big wound-up ball of drama, from the affair that started it all, the lawsuits tearing them apart, and the TikTok stunts that now made these characters infamous. Let's unpack the TikTok train wreck that proves some dramas are too toxic for the For You page. Let's kick things off by going back to the start, where a teenage romance laid the groundwork for this whole disaster. In 2010, 14-year-old Brenay Kennard and 15-year-old Tim Monu were the cutest couple in their small North Carolina town. Picture them at a diner splitting a milkshake, Brenay's sparkly nails catching the lights as Tim spun her around at homecoming, and they dreamed of being together forever. They were head over heels for each other, with cheesy selfies and dreaming of a big future. Brenay saw Tim as her ride or die, the guy who'd make her life epic.
Took opportunity for what? Do y'all realize I had an opportunity to be with Tim a long time ago? I've known this man since I was 15 years old. 15, I'm 25. Don't y'all think if I wanted him, I would have had him before she even laid eyes on him? He'd been in my life, I was 15, bro. Y'all want a little bit of the tea? I was 15.
Oh, really? 14?
14 years old, but we dated officially 15. I've known him since I was 14 years old.
But Tim, chasing football glory, broke it off, leaving Brenay crushed. That heartbreak stuck with her, a wound that had reopened years later. Fast forward to 2022, and life looked different. Brenay, now 26, had married Devin Mayo, a quiet, reliable guy she met in college. Devin wasn't the flashy type, but he was the kind of man who paid bills on time, cooked dinner, and showed up when it mattered. They settled in Raleigh, building a cozy life, with Brenay's TikTok page blowing up thanks to her dance videos and couple content. Post clips of her and Devin joking around, caption stuff like, "My man, my man, my man." Fans ate it up, with her long nails and curvy vibe earning her 2 million followers.
So the question basically is, and I'm gonna reverse it a little bit because he's answering it too, is when did you realize your husband was the one, or when did you realize your wife was the one? So baby, you go first.
I realized my wife was the one.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I realized my wife was the one when I just, I just felt it. Honestly, that's all I can really say. I felt like she was the one for me, because compared to most of these other females out there, you don't really find one like her.
So I'm just kidding.
Meanwhile, Tim, 27, had married Akira Montague, a sharp, stylish mom who was growing her own TikTok page with skincare tips. They had 2 young kids, a nice house, and a picture-perfect setup. Tim, whose early life football dreams flopped, worked odd jobs but leaned on Akira's hustle to keep things stable. Devin and Tim were tight, calling each other first cousins. Despite no real proof of blood relation, their bond is one forged in high school over small plays and late-night talks. They'd been through it all. Girl drama, family fights, job struggles, and had each other's backs. So when Brenay and Akira hit it off, it felt natural for the 4 to start double dating, hitting up fancy Raleigh spots like steakhouses and wine bars. They would film TikToks together, with Brenay and Akira lip-syncing to songs, with Tim and Devin clowning in the background. To Brenay's followers, it was wholesome, the kind of family vibes that made her page pop. But behind the smiles, a storm was brewing.
Who that, Rainbow?
You broken? Dang! I don't know where my finger went, but it been all the way back, and I broke the fingernail. That's why he don't got the eco mode on, because it's filled like...
But Brenay soon started feeling restless. Devin's laid-back style, once comforting, now bored her. She wanted passion, drama, the kind of love she'd felt with Tim at 14. Tim, stuck in a rut after his football dreams died, was feeling it too, craving the spotlight he never got. During double dates, their old chemistry sparked. Stolen glances, flirty jokes, Brenay's nails brushing Tim's arm a little too long. Brenay leaned into it, playing bestie with Akira to get closer to Tim. They'd chill at Akira's house, sipping wine, trading stories about marriage woes, hanging out as couples on double dates, and even joining them on family vacations and family trips. They had a really strong bond, almost as if they were all one big family. Brenay would confide in Akira, telling her details of her marriage life with Devin, even going as far as ranting about whatever marital struggles that they were facing. And Akira, on the other hand, thinking she was being a good friend, offered advice and tips to Brenay, wanting the best for her in her marriage, while she remained clueless that Brenay was texting Tim behind her back and saying stuff like she missed him at the restaurant.
Or maybe like white cheddar.
Babe, it is not that serious. You get some.
I just had Milo. I gotta wash my hands.
Okay, hold on. Okay. You want some? You're not gonna like it. Ready?
By late 2023, Brenay and Tim were already sneaking around, and they picked the worst spot to do so, Akira's house. While Akira was out grinding at her 9-to-5 job and their 2 kids slept upstairs, Brenay would show up, pretending she needed to borrow stuff like a ring light for her TikToks, all in an effort to hang out more with Akira's husband. But Akira wasn't blind. She had noticed Brenay's TikToks getting too cozy with Tim, lingering looks, touchy moments, and her gut told her something was off. So she set up hidden cameras in her living room and kitchen, just to be sure that no funny business was going on. But unfortunately, what she caught was straight up wild. The cameras caught Brenay giving Tim a lap dance on her couch, twerking like they were in a music video, then proceeding to hook up on her couch while they laughed about Akira being too busy to notice. They had even trash-talked her. The whole time they were thinking Akira is always busy working, so she doesn't care, with Brenay giggling, thinking she was too nice to suspect them. The footage was like a knife stabbed deep into Akira's heart, and proof that her bestie and husband were playing her for a fool. The audacity was next level. Brenay coming to defile Akira's home by hooking up with her husband was already insane enough, but she took it further by posting a TikTok showing her and Tim at brunch, all smiles, not knowing that Akira had already caught up to their schemes. The video blew up, but not how Brenay hoped that it would, as her fans were calling out her actions as shady, but Brenay brushed it off, acting like it was just content. But the damage was done as some fans turned on her and started calling her a liar. Devin caught on quickly too. By just scrolling through Brenay's TikTok account, he noticed that Tim was in too many of Brenay's videos, and he confronted her about it.
No, I don't. Like what? Yeah. Come on. Make it be. Spit something.
I'm riding around the street with my balls out. I don't give a about these niggas get my cars out, pull out strap on that nigga, and he.
What? Okay, wait. I ain't got nothing for you, baby.
She refuted his claims at first by saying that he was just being paranoid, and then blamed his boring vibe with her for her wandering eye.
Made the mistake of trying to move on too early, and I've hurt people. And hopefully they forgive me. Life, they're feeling this pain, it's tough. And I don't really think a lot of people really speak out about it, but waking up, not feeling that joy that you used to feel because somebody stripped it away from you. They just took your heart and ran with it. All because of their lack of letting go. It sucks. Like for my wife to sit there and tell me that she loves another man, it's crazy to me. Like, you really had the nerve to sit there and tell me that to my face, that you love him and you don't want to hate him because he slept with your sister. And that you want to squash out those little feelings that you got towards him. But me trying to be understanding, I'm like, all right, go squash a little beef or whatever. So they do that. And then now she wants to go spend Christmas with him and his family. And I'm like, I mean, we didn't really plan that, but all right, that's cool. We go do something different, spend quality time with them, I guess. But that whole week, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. It was a lot of them spending time together while their spouses are sitting there looking like, what is going on right now? And it's like in that moment, I kind of realized.
Devin, probably feeling stung and betrayed, walked out of her life and ended up filing for divorce just a few days later. For him, he wasn't just losing his wife. No, it was more than that for him, as he was also losing Tim, the guy he had trusted like a brother, who had been at their wedding, their barbecues, and their life. there for almost every step of the way. Akira, meanwhile, was building a fortress of evidence against Brenay. She had saved every incriminating TikTok video, every screenshot, every flirty caption and thirst trap. Her move was to turn Brenay's own content into a legal weapon. At that point, the affair wasn't just a family crisis anymore. It was a full-blown public stunt, with Brenay's 2 million followers watching on with nail-biting excitement as the two marriages imploded in real time. Akira's hidden camera footage was the smoking gun in this case, but Brenay's TikToks were the receipts that she used to seal the deal, showing the world her betrayal without a shred of shame. On May 28, 2024, Akira dropped a massive bombshell. It was a $1 million alienation of affection lawsuit against Brenay, filed in North Carolina, which is one of the few states where you can sue someone for wrecking your marriage. The suit laid out everything involved in their scandalous drama. The fact that Brenay used Akira's trust to seduce her husband Tim. She also co-signed an apartment lease for him to move out, and even posted their adulterous affair online, twisting the knife after stabbing her bestie in the back. It wasn't just about the cash that she was suing for. Akira was also fighting for justice, and her innocent kids to whom Brenay was introduced to as an auntie and godmother, also for the home that Brenay and Tim defiled. The lawsuit sent shockwaves across the online community, with fans of both sides debating whether it was fair retaliation to slam Brenay with $1 million bill for her terrible actions, or if Akira was milking an outdated law for clout. Brenay didn't help her own case either, by posting cryptic TikToks about her imaginary haters and how this was all somehow God's plan, acting like she was above it all.
Nobody. I was literally on the road of last year because I didn't want to be here anymore. And God is so good. It's true. Like I said, I don't give up on God, y'all, because he has everything planned out. He knows the end from the beginning, and there's no catching God by surprise. He knew what was going to happen before it happened because of how omnipotent he is, how amazing, and he's just magnificent. And I just, like some days I'm just like, Lord, if I can just hug you. If I can just hug you, I will. Just to say thank you. Just to say thank you for everything that you've done so far in my life and what you're going to do and where I'm going to be at. And, like I said, I'm just having one of those moments, I'm having one of those moments. Don't take it for granted. Don't take God for granted. I know people not living right. Get your life together. Do what you need to do. Even if you don't know, I will start a series on my TikTok, even on my YouTube, whatever, it don't matter. We can read our Bibles together.
Then she started getting defensive, saying she could not have ruined a marriage that was already broken, claiming that Tim and Akira's marriage was allegedly already on the rocks when she then swooped in to reclaim her high school crush and first love. And in the video, you can also hear Tim in the background putting words in her mouth, telling her what to say, as they both tried to spin the narrative after getting hit with the massive $1 million lawsuit.
How can you scream that someone ruined your marriage? But
we got through this before.
Okay. Did y'all not separate before?
Yep.
Okay. How can you scream that I ruined a marriage that y'all were separated before?
That's already fucked up.
Thank you. How can you scream? And I've been in your life in your life alone for over half of what she's ever been in your life before. So how can you scream, oh my gosh, Brenay ruined my marriage. She cheated and this and that and the third. How can I do that? How can I ruin a marriage that was already broken? Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's clearly something up with that marriage. Before Brenay.
But her bravado crumbled. By May 13th, when she faced contempt of court charges for ignoring orders, like refusing to hand over financial records or show up for depositions, jail was now looking like a real possibility for Brenay, and the bankruptcy rumors were flying around already, with a talk of a $1.5 million judgment to follow if Akira won, that amount being enough to ruin Brenay for good. Devin wasn't just going to sit back and watch either. He decided to take a page out of Akira's playbook and then hit Tim as well with an alienation of affection lawsuit, saying his cousin stole his wife. But he didn't stop there either. He also went after Brenay for alimony, pointing to her public disrespect and videos of her affair as proof she'd tanked their marriage. The lawsuit sparked heated online debate. Was it fair to hit Brenay with $1 million bill, or was Akira milking an outdated law? Either way, Brenay's bank account and reputation were taking a beating.
Costing her more money and attorney fees. So this request for sanctions happened on November 20th, 2024. And then the next thing that happens in this case is on January 30th, 2025, when Brenay's attorney files a motion to withdraw, like leave the case. The motion says that the defendant, meaning Brenay, wants him to withdraw. So now there's a hearing scheduled for April 1st, but a mediator has also been assigned to this case, and it says the deadline for a conference with that mediator is April 19th, and then the trial is scheduled to start on May 19th. So that's the lawsuit between the wife and the girlfriend. But remember, I said Brenay was also married. She was married to Devin, who is Tim's cousin. Well, Devin has also filed a lawsuit. His lawsuit is against his cousin, Tim, and it's for the same reasons Akira is suing for, saying that his cousin broke up his marriage. There was also a temporary custody order that was put in place to say that Akira and Tim's kids couldn't be left alone with Brenay, but Akira says that Brenay has broken that order countless times. So again, this is in North Carolina where you can sue for this kind of stuff. So I don't know, child. Y'all tagged me in this and wanted a recap, but this is a mess. North Carolina, what are y'all doing?
The double lawsuits made this illegal soap opera, with North Carolina's rare laws fueling the chaos. Devin's move seemed like it was more personal, a way to clap back at Tim's betrayal after years of loyalty. They'd shared everything: family secrets, career dreams, even their struggles with Brenay and Akira, and Tim threw it away for a fling. Devin's early TikToks after the split were raw, with him admitting their marriage had issues. "I wasn't perfect," he said in one clip. "I was too quiet, didn't show her enough love, but I never stepped out." That honesty hit fans hard, showing a man wrestling with pain but refusing to play dirty.
And Brenay's divorce, it is not because of, we ain't even divorced yet, actually. We're still in the separation phase, but the damage that has been done to me throughout this whole little process is taking a toll on me. It's been driving me kind of crazy a little bit, because I've been wanting to speak out about it, just because the simple fact of all of this stuff that y'all see on the internet be so fake, bro. Y'all may say I never looked happy with her in the videos and whatnot, but y'all don't know nothing that went on behind closed doors or behind the camera. People don't know what I had to go through. People don't know what I had to deal with, but I'm not gonna make it seem like I didn't have my faults either. Yes, I had some ways about myself too, but I never once thought about stepping out of my marriage to go be with somebody else. To sit here and say that I'm happy to see my wife with another man, no, I'm not. But I had to let that go, just so I wouldn't continue to get myself hurt by chasing somebody who don't want to be with me. Do I wish we could have worked things out? Yes, any married couple would, but it has to be a team effort. But when it's not, it's not gonna work. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've struggled with just moving forward from this situation, because it's like there's been a lot of unanswered questions, but everything has been shown through actions. So I have no choice but to accept my reality now and face the fact that things ain't gonna be the same ever again. I never once thought that going into marriage that it was gonna go like this, but you know, when people got other plans, they could really care less about you. And at this point, after this video, if it ruffles feathers and people feel some type of way about me, I could care less. To have somebody that you loved so dearly play with your heart the way they did, it really shows you that you really don't know people for who they really are. And it's just crazy to me how you can sit there and tell somebody that you love them, but then sit there and betray them like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I thought getting over this little situation would be so easy.
While Brenay and Tim played TikTok Bonnie and Clyde, Devin went on to rebuild himself. He hit the gym, dropped 30 pounds, started modeling for local brands, and posted shady TikToks that screamed, "I'm better off."
When people used to say 2024 was going to be the year of exposure or the year of truth, I ain't have no idea I'd be featured in it. This year has really taught me a lot about people. It's really taught me that you really don't know people as well as you think you do. Even if you're around them every day, you don't really know them. as the year is coming to an end and I look back at my situation and all the stuff I went through throughout this whole little divorce situation, just can't do nothing but thank God for even being alive today, because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here, to be honest with y'all. But, you know, I had to understand that people can't take your joy, because the only source of joy comes from God. So I had to learn how to take that power back and rebuild myself into who God wanted me to be. The healing journey has not been an easy process. And there have been times when I would want to go back, but I had to constantly remind myself that going back could possibly be worse than what it was before. So I always kept that in the back of my head. And that's what's been keeping me from doing something that I would regret later. Once you start to turn your pain into purpose, your life starts to flourish. So don't let your current situation keep you at a standstill because you feel like there's no hope. Always remember, with God on your side, anything is possible.
His transformation won the hearts of many, turning him into this saga's unlikely hero. He wasn't flawless. He jumped into dating too soon, posting with a new girl and getting dragged for moving fast. But he owned it, saying, "I was hurt, messed up, but I'm growing." Fans rallied behind him, turning him into this saga's underdog hero, the guy who took the high road and came out shining. He was a man that loved his wife and trusted his best friend so much that he was like a brother to him, and that trust got betrayed by both parties. Usually that's enough to break a man and turn him into a villain, but Devin decided to use the disastrous outcome of both friendships to his advantage. Instead of becoming a sad man and a victim, he chose to revamp himself, becoming a new man and almost unrecognizable from his past self. And that resonated heavily with the fans that followed this saga. Comments suggesting that he didn't lose her, instead she lost him. And others praising him for the way he handled the breakup filled the comment section in almost all of his recent posts. Brenay and Tim, on the other hand, thinking they were unstoppable, launched a new couple's TikTok page, posting cheesy videos like baking brownies with Bae and our love story.
Hi, I'm Brenay.
What's up, y'all? It's Tim.
And this is our page. I'm so excited. So we'll be doing vlogs,
Routines,
morning and night, and anything else y'all want us to do, challenges, whatever. But this will be our official page. So I'm so excited.
So get with the program.
Period.
You heard.
Period, boo. Y'all comment some stuff y'all want us to see or want us to see. No.
Y'all want to see us do.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Are you happy?
Of course, absolutely.
Am I forcing you to be happy?
Just a little bit.
Be happy now. Why?
It was a bold flex, but it flopped hard. Fans roasted them badly, hitting at the dirty conditions of the house, especially with cats also running around. They also called out Brenay for still not wearing a bra and letting all of her junk in the front just be all around the places she's famous for. Another user also called her out for sleeping with another woman's husband, saying, "Girl, what we want is for you to stop sleeping with married men and wear a damn bra." But amongst all the criticism, some users are still genuinely happy for Brenay, saying that she's really happy. Maybe they are really happy and meant to be together.
Think boy.
Well, I'm not done yet. It's not done. Let's see.
I think so.
Heat the oven. Is the oven heated? That's the first direction. That's the first instruction.
All right, put the eggs in. You crack it.
Big mama, big mama, big mama, big mama.
Stop.
The page tanked Brenay's follower count regardless, and every post there gave Akira more ammo for court. Their ride or die act felt desperate, especially as uglier rumors surfaced. Court papers claimed Tim slept with Brenay's twin sister Karen, while Akira was pregnant with their second child, a bombshell Tim denied but couldn't escape. Whispers of Tim hitting on other relatives, maybe even on Akira's side of the family, spread like wildfire. Although many of the rumors were just rumors and had no real evidence, the public picture and public opinion of Tim was almost already tarnished beyond repair. The rumors painted Tim as a shameless cheater, dragging Brenay deeper into the mess. Tim denied it in a TikTok live, saying, "That's a lie, I'd never." But the damage was done. She'd bet everything on Tim, only to hear he might have played her own sister. The drama exploded in a TikTok live on the Life of Us page, hosted by Regina, aka Black Goddess, after a related live by Brenay's alleged cousin.
That acting all sad, bruh. That attention-seeking BS. And you know what's up, bruh. You know what's up. That's why you ain't got nothing to say. You quiet. But if you make a video, you're going to be all funny, talking about Chipotle. Oh, they look like they... Like, bro, you quiet now because you know I'm speaking facts, bro. You ain't got nothing to say.
You feel that way. I can't really say too much because you know it's a lot going on.
You see what I'm saying? This nigga don't got nothing to say. He quiet. You don't got no comeback.
I can't say much.
The video, you so talkative now. Y'all forget how when Devin and Brenay used to make videos, y'all swore this dude was in the back unhappy, so this, so that, he don't like her. He don't like her, but then you get on the internet being sad, and then you switch and say, oh, now you trying to be funny. You won't saying that when you was crying. You won't saying that, oh, I miss her. You won't saying it then, but now all jokes on because you getting a little bit of clout. You got a little fan base, so now you just that dude. You forgot I know you for real, bro. You forgot I know you for real, bro. So stop with all that tough stuff just because you got a little pat on the back. You know what's up, bro. Now you ain't got nothing to say. Now he quiet.
He said he couldn't say much.
Why not?
He say a lot in the videos.
Exactly.
He say a lot in the videos. Now he can't say much.
Brenay dodged blame, quoting Bible verses like, "Judge not, lest ye be judged," and claiming Devin was cool with the affair from the start. "I'm a child of God, y'all can't touch me," she preached, but it landed like a lead balloon. She also brought up allegations against Devin, saying that he fat-shamed her just because he's now lost weight, saying guys get thin, then try to fat-shame, also adding that he criticized her diet of eating Chipotle every day. But Devin denied ever fat-shaming her, and to the Chipotle allegations, he said that they weren't false, as she did in fact eat a lot of fast food. Brenay also said that she tried to arrange a sit-down with her mom and Devin's mom and people when the drama was boiling down and before they decided to have a divorce. But Devin said this was false and never happened, to which Brenay reacted aggressively, screaming that he was a liar and that she had text receipts of the conversation that they had, but she failed to ever pull it up.
But yet the court documents has been asking you a lot of things and you ain't gave nothing, like nothing. So
I didn't give what? What didn't I give?
Girl, nothing. Like literally nothing.
Yes, I did, babe. I did. I turned my stuff in before I left for vacay.
You did?
Yeah, I sure did.
The court documents do be on.
Answer them questions with no type of comments.
Renee did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Well, I'll wait till the new court documents come out.
And that's fine, as everybody else is going to. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Like I said, I've done my part on my end, and I answered each and every one of them questions truthfully. And each one of them,
can you answer this one question truthfully?
What?
Why would you play in Akira's face knowing that you wanted to be with
Nobody played in her face. Nobody played in that girl's face. Nobody played.
Nobody played in nobody's face.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what went down. Y'all know.
Oh, now you. Oh, what's up, bro?
Devin, hold on.
What's
okay,
up?
so now we up here. Can you mute everybody else? Regina, let me talk to Devin.
Uh-oh.
Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, let's have one since you don't want to be an adult and
Why are
actually
you
have a
yelling? I'm not
conversation.
yelling. Stop yelling, please.
No, don't tell me what to do. Mr. I'm so happy, this and that and the third. Like, you so, oh my goodness. It's so much that I can say to you. I don't care if y'all team Devin, team not. It don't matter to me. Y'all can be team Devin because team Devin just be sitting on this internet lying because you're literally obsessed with me.
I mean, but you obsessed with Akira.
First of all,
calm down. Don't flatter yourself too much.
First of all, I thought the mic
Don't
was
flatter
supposed to be
yourself too
muted.
much.
I did. I muted. My bad. I'm sorry. Thank you. Like
If I was
said,
obsessed with you, I would still be trying to get you.
no, Devin, I left you. You forget that. Stop acting like if you was obsessed with me, then why every single time you making a video, it got to be about Brenay? How about you go on to them other girls that you was dealing with and you was talking to? Why don't you do that? Why you so worried about Brenay? Why you so worried about Chipotle this, Chipotle that? Like we ate Chipotle every single day. Because we didn't, and you know that. So stop with the, I'm this and that third. Niggas get skinny and try to fat shame. You forgot to fat nobody. I hate that for you. And again, let's really bring it to the forefront, Devin.
I didn't call you fat. I never.
Let's bring it to the forefront, because you really, bro. Let's bring it to the forefront. Devin, you got on the internet when I actually wanted to have a conversation with you. When everything actually went down, I wanted to have a conversation with you, my mom, and your peoples. Did we not? Yes or no?
No.
You are a liar, Devin. Devin, you're lying. I told you, and I got the messages to prove it, that I said before we get a divorce, I wanted to sit and talk to my peoples and your mom, your peoples. Did I not say that?
No.
Yes, I did. Anyway.
Tim piled on, taunting Devin as soft for not throwing punches, flexing his new life with Brenay like a trophy. Man up, bro. You lost her fair and square, he said.
That acting all sad, bro. That attention-seeking BS. And you know what's up, bro. You know what's up. That's why you ain't got nothing to say. You quiet. But if you make a video, you gonna be all funny, talking about Chipotle. Oh, they look like they... Like, bro, you quiet now because you know I'm speaking facts, bro. You ain't got nothing to say.
You feel that way. I can't really say too much because you know it's a lot going on.
You see what I'm saying? This nigga don't got nothing to say. He quiet. You don't got no comeback.
I can't say much.
The video, you so talkative now.
Devin stayed ice cold, saying, "Y'all can keep that drama. I'm good." His shade was lethal, calling out their lies without raising his voice. Again, his actions resonated with the fans that were watching the live stream, with one fan saying that Devin's smart. He came up and triggered them to keep talking. Akira is about to wipe the floor with them, suggesting that him getting Tim and Brenay to talk was a smart move, as it's now going to provide Akira and her lawyer with more evidence to bury their case and get justice against Brenay. While another user pointed out how Tim and Brenay repeatedly spoke about Devin's weight loss journey and his blow up on social media, suggesting that they're jealous of him. Regina, the live host, wasn't having it. She stayed grilling Brenay on her twerking videos and Tim on his shady court docs. The live was pure chaos, with fans eating it up, but turning on Brenay and Tim. One comment summed it up. Brenay's preaching while twerking at her bestie's man. Clown vibes. The meltdown cost Brenay thousands of followers in one night, while Devin's calm clapbacks made him a fan favorite. Then came the real kicker. In early 2025, Brenay's private Snapchat story leaked, and it was a train wreck. In now deleted posts, it said that she allegedly caught Tim texting Akira and was plotting to ditch her if she lost the lawsuit, banking on Akira's payout. Tim wrote stuff like, "If Brenay's broke, I'm out. You know we got history." Brenay now broke down, saying she missed Devin and wanted him back, calling him my Superman and the best thing I had. All of this was happening after she already announced her divorce from Devin, moved in with Tim for months, and eventually got proposed to by Tim.
Everything, okay? Knew everything. I just have a life update. I feel like I knew that early. And it's okay. But yeah, for all who don't know, me and Devin are divorced. I know probably like y'all like, oh, I'm not shocked. It doesn't pay me, the whole nine. I get it. You know, y'all gonna have y'all opinion. A current one, as today is February 3rd. So to-do list is we're gonna go eat. Mind you, it's Tim and Devin. It's just us three. And then I'm gonna grab either some aloe vera gel or the aloe vera plant. Then I'm gonna grab Tim some t-shirts. We gotta get boxes because I didn't give y'all the update, but I'm moving.
But Devin wasn't having any of that, as he so clearly stated in his response.
You know, it's crazy how a person can tell lies on you and you haven't told the truth about them, or they can do you wrong and they try and play the victim. Like, if you ask me, it ain't no explanation on why you did a person wrong, because at the end of the day, it was a choice. And you made that decision to do what you did. And then when you get caught up in your mess and your chaos that you caused, then you want somebody to go down with you. You know, that's what happens when you play stupid games with people. You win stupid prizes because you thought you made such a smart decision, but really it was stupid. And then when it all goes left, you want to go back to the person that you did wrong. But you gotta realize the person that you did wrong is not gonna sit there and wait. They're moving on with their life. At this point, they're gonna go look for better just like you wanted to, right?
It was clear that Devin already moved on with his life and didn't want anything to do with her again. She admitted Devin was loyal, even when they fought, but she'd pushed him away, chasing Tim's spark. The leak flipped Brenay's tough girl image, showing her as hurt and naive, clinging to a guy who didn't care. Fans weren't moved, with one viral post saying, "You chose Tim, now deal." Feeling bad about her decisions apparently, Brenay tried to chase more clout by posting more about her amazing life with her new man Tim, posting Tim's cheap gifts, which was a travel-size skincare kit for her birthday, a half-used candle, and even his proposal to her that happened at a literal cemetery with a dollar store ring, while acting like she is still super happy with the outcome of the whole debacle. Tim's betrayal proved he was all about clout, milking Brenay's 2 million plus followers while plotting his exit. Brenay's mental health posts made things messier. She'd been open about her PCOS, saying it caused weight gain, fertility struggles, and low energy, even saying that she is delaying a breast reduction surgery due to breastfeeding plans, as she and Tim are trying for kids.
I was literally on the road of last year because I didn't want to be here anymore.
Saying that he this perfect person and stop saying that, oh, he's so sad. No, he not. That's just how he look without his glasses.
He got it so good. It's true. Like I said, like, I don't give up on God, y'all, because he has everything planned out. He knows the end from the beginning, and there's no catching God by surprise. He knew what was going to happen before it happened.
Why? Already broken. Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's clearly something up with that marriage. Before Brenay came into the picture to try to ruin it.
Because of how omnipotent he is, how amazing, and he's just magnificent. And I just, like some days I'm just like, Lord, if I could just hug you.
Tag her and tell her I said, hey, I don't care. Like, come on now. So what? So anyways.
If I could just hug you, I will, just to say thank you. Just to say thank you for everything that you've done so far in my life.
I was in your life, but I'm saying before any of this, that social media see is what I mean. Before social media see.
First time, bro.
Thank you. I don't get it. But I ruined your marriage, but it happened before.
What you're going to do and where I'm going to be at. And, you know, like I said, I'm just having one of those moments, you know. I'm having one of those moments. Don't take it for granted. Don't take God for granted. I know people not living right.
And look from how you get them, unless they're ordained for you. Remember that.
Don't take God for granted. I know people not living right. Get your life together. Do what you need to do. Even if you don't know,
It felt staged, like she was acting out pain for views, and not necessarily dealing with it. In the lawsuit filed on her by Akira, one of the conditions of action set by the court included one protecting the kids of Tim and Akira from being recorded. The condition reads, "Neither party shall post images of the minor children on any social media platform, nor shall they allow any third party to do so without first receiving the express written permission of the other parent." But Brenay already broke that rule when she went out with Tim and the kids and then filmed the kids as they sat on the table in the background. During what seemed like an outside lunch, their faces blurred, but their tantrums clear, turning family chaos into cliques.
Brenay intentionally had Kayla to record those children. Look at her as that was the cue.
Her subsequent posts about needing a break and being stressed came off as performative, especially when she'd pivot to twerking videos just a few hours later, with no trace of the stress she had just cried about. And the fans quickly clocked this and stopped buying her manipulative and performative on-screen BS. They always end up laughing at her and her lazy acting in the comments.
I was literally on the road of last year because I didn't want to be here anymore.
Saying that he this perfect person and stop saying that, oh, he's so sad. No, he not. That's just how he look without his glasses.
He got it so good. It's true. Like I said, like, I don't give up on God, y'all, because he has everything planned out. He knows the end from the beginning, and there's no catching God by surprise. He knew what was going to happen before it happened.
Why? Already broken. Y'all already had a separation. So clearly it's something up. And that's all I'm gonna say. It's clearly something up with that marriage. Before Brenay came into the picture to try to ruin it.
Because of how omnipotent he is, how amazing, and he's just magnificent. And I just, like, some days I'm just like, Lord, if I could just hug you.
Tag her and tell her I said, hey, I don't care. Like, come on now. So what? So anyways.
If I could just hug you, I will, just to say thank you. Just to say thank you for everything that you've done so far in my life.
I was in your life, but I'm saying before any of this, that social media see is what I mean. Before social media see.
First time, bro.
Thank you. I don't get it. But I ruined your marriage, but it happened before.
What you're going to do and where I'm going to be at. And, you know, like I said, I'm just having one of those moments, you know? I'm having one of those moments. Don't take it for granted. Don't take God for granted. I know people not living right.
Man is function. Hey, listen why you get them, unless they're ordained for you. It's not very good. Hey, remember that. I love you, so listen.
Don't take God for granted. I know people not living right. Get your life together. Do what you need to do. Even if you don't know, I will.
Then entered Tim's disrespect, and this one was next level gross. According to Brenay's deleted Snapchat posts, she didn't like that he'd mock her eating and nitpick her looks, saying her nails were too much or her outfits were trying too hard.
Take this, babe. Okay, anyways, this is my sandwich to guys.
Whoa.
Come on, sit down so I can eat.
Wow, why you eating without me? That's crazy.
You're literally sitting right here. I'm gonna eat close to him because
You can't stay away.
Can't. You look at that blobber cheese.
Look at that blobber jelly right there. How do you eat that and knowing your hands gonna be sticky? Silky boy.
Don't piss me off. What? My hair?
Hot.
Oh, guys, so dramatic.
So I got a question. Do y'all like y'all food like hot? Like me, I can't eat my food hot. Like it can't be burning. It can't be like smoking profusely. It can't be doing that. Bro, I burnt my tongue too many times on oodles and noodles, bro. I'm scarred.
I wake up and crave this literally.
His gifts to her were a running joke. It was a skincare kit for her birthday with a half-used candle, then cheap $5 flowers for Valentine's Day. And even when he finally decided to propose to her, it was done at a cemetery. The proposal that had TikTok in stitches.
So I actually just got a new skincare kit for my birthday. Babe got it for me. So exciting, because I've been wanting and needing new my ordinary serums. So they're actually down here. When I get up, I'm gonna record a video of the products that I do use. It's like a little miniature kit or whatever, which is perfectly fine for me until I can go and get like the bigger ones. But I don't use too much product on my face anyway. But yeah, I'll show you my skincare in a few minutes. And okay, Greensboro. I know it's morning time and all that. Chips in the morning is crazy. Well, I'll be making a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich later on, and I'll film that. So, chips and ketchup it is.
He leaned hard into Brenay's fame, using her platform to push his bad boy persona, but gave nothing back. Then he tried sliding back to Akira by texting her sneaky messages like he hadn't wrecked her life. It was peak Playboy vibes, chasing clout while burning every bridge. The family drama got uglier with Karen's rumored TikTok video, teased in court docs but still unreleased, promising to confirm Tim's fling with her while Akira was pregnant. If it drops, it could bury Brenay, proving Tim betrayed her too. Karen's silence kept fans guessing, but the idea of Brenay's twin getting with Tim was too juicy to ignore. When confronted with the question again during their joint live stream with the Black Queen, Tim denied ever having anything to do with Brenay's sister.
Even knew her.
Goddess, can I ask one question?
Mm-hmm.
One question.
Yeah.
If y'all can't answer, I understand. So I seen the videos y'all address, how people say, you know, how Tim is the father of Corinne's second baby, right? That's just what people say. But why wasn't it never answered that he actually slept with Corinne?
Never did shit with Corinne. So that's your answer.
Okay, thank you.
Lying.
Who lying? How I'm lying?
Because that's not what the
Other rumors of Tim hitting on Akira's relatives, like a cousin or aunt, fueled TikTok skits, with creators and fans alike joking about Tim's family reunion tour. But many of these claims have remained unfounded rumors so far, with no evidence linking Tim to such. The gossip made Tim a pariah, with even Brenay's loyal fans turning, unable to defend her choice in men. Brenay's legal troubles kept piling up. The contempt charges set for a May 13th, 2025 hearing came from her blowing off court orders, like refusing to hand over bank statements or show up for depositions. Jail was a real risk, and bankruptcy loomed, with web reports saying she might file to dodge Akira's potential $1.5 million win. With the case already proceeding in court, both Brenay and Tim had to make appearances in the first trial that was scheduled for May 15th, 2025, which they both did. But even their court case so far has not escaped its own fair share of drama. First of all, it was the double lawsuits from both Akira and Devin against Brenay and Tim simultaneously. Then it was rumored soon after that Brenay's attorney had dropped her in the case, citing no clear reason, which gave room for speculation, especially from the fans on Reddit. There, the narrative at first was that she was dropped because she couldn't guarantee that she would pay the retainer fees involved in having an attorney, or that she straight up wasn't taking her counsel's advice. But that was quickly rebuffed by some other user on the platform, who now suggested that the attorney didn't think that they had a realistic chance of winning the case, and that's why Brenay was dropped. Another user suggested that the most likely scenario is that she was not paying the required fees. Till date, there isn't any confirmed explanation for the drop. And while all this was happening, Akira's lawyer also picked up Devin's case, making it another tag team matchup between the two halves of the split couples. In a few short years, Brenay has gone from being the plus-sized queen of TikTok to now being a cautionary tale. Her once thriving empire is now crumbling under lawsuits and bad decisions. Fans that once enjoyed and loved her content have now turned on her, judging her for actions against her bestie and husband's alleged cousin. Devin's glow-up was the light in this mess. He turned his pain into power, training as a fitness coach, booking modeling gigs, and teasing a diss track that had fans hyped. His TikToks, full of sly shade like, "Some people choose chaos, I choose peace," showed a man who'd moved on. Early on he fumbled, dating too soon and posting with a new girl, getting dragged for moving fast. But he owned it, saying, "I was hurt, I messed up, but I'm growing." That honesty won fans over, making him the saga's redemption story. He didn't just survive Brenay and Tim's betrayal, he thrived, proving you don't need drama to shine. Akira stayed a class act, her silence louder than Brenay's rants. She focused on her kids and her lawsuit, letting her lawyers do the talking. The transcripts show she collected receipts meticulously, from Brenay's brunch video to Tim's shady texts, building an airtight case. Her strength paired with Devin's comeback overshadowed Brenay and Tim's clown show. Akira's fight wasn't just for money, it was for her family's future and Tim's custody time on the line. The real tragedy hits the families hardest. Brenay's kids, caught in her TikTok grind, have their lives splashed online, their privacy traded for likes. The transcripts mention her filming family moments, even during fights, turning their chaos into content. Devin's heartbreak, laid bare in his early TikToks, shows a man wrestling with betrayal from his wife and brother. He admitted their marriage had issues. His reserved nature clashed with Brenay's need for attention, but he never cheated, staying loyal till the end. Akira's kids face an unstable future, with Tim's cheating and lawsuits threatening their home. Tim, now a nobody, lost his family's trust, with his own dad calling Brenay trouble from the start, per the transcripts. Brenay and Tim's saga is the ultimate Lolcow disaster, a desperation grab for fame that trashed everything. Brenay turned her affair, divorce, and even her mental health into content, from twerking with Tim to fake overwhelmed posts. Her PCOS videos, meant to humanize her, felt like a hustle, with no real effort to address it, just tears for the camera. Tim rode her coattails, betraying Akira, Devin, and maybe Karen for a shot at stardom. Their couples page, Karen rumors, and contempt charges show how low they've sunk. This isn't about living your truth, it's about exploiting love, family, and pain for TikTok clout. Brenay and Tim thought they'd be stars, but they ended up broke, alone, and infamous. Some dramas don't belong on the For You page, they belong in the consequences.